In 1947, the little white bottle of Bayer aspirin in your grandmother's medicine cabinet was the most useful pharmaceutical compound on Earth. She used it for headaches, sure, but she also used it for her tomato plants, her cut roses, her white shirts, her teenage daughter's acne, and a dozen other things. The modern skincare and gardening industries now sell as expensive specialty products what Grandma already had. Acetylsalicylic acid is the active ingredient in Bayer aspirin. It converts inside the body and inside plants into salicylic acid. That compound is one of the most studied and effective beta-hydroxy acids in modern dermatology, and one of the most powerful plant immune system boosters that the United States Department of Agriculture has ever documented. Today, we are counting down 43 clever aspirin hacks that will blow your mind and make life easier. The chemistry comes from verified sources, including the United States Department of Agriculture, peer-reviewed dermatological research, and traditional household practice documented since the early 1900s. Stay until the end, because number one is the use that artisan skincare entrepreneurs have built into thriving small-batch businesses, clearing $3,000 to $15,000 per month. If this kind of forgotten practical wisdom is what you came here for, subscribe and hit the bell. There is a new video on this channel every week. Quick safety note before we start. Aspirin should never be swallowed by anyone under 19 because of Ray's syndrome risk. Anyone on blood thinners, with stomach ulcers, with kidney disease, or who is pregnant should consult a doctor before using aspirin in any form. Many uses on this list involve crushed aspirin in water for external application only. Let us count it down. Number 43, the sweat stain remover from white shirts. Crush 4 uncoated aspirin tablets, mix with half a cup of warm water, soak the stained area for 2 hours. The salicylic acid breaks down protein and oil residues that bond to fabric. Vintage clothing resellers and dry cleaning services use this exact trick to restore yellowed white shirts. Number 42. The yellow underarm stain remover. Crush 6 aspirin tablets, mix with 1/3 cup of warm water, apply to underarm stains. Let sit 2 hours before washing. The acid dissolves the protein bonds between sweat compounds and fabric fibers. Vintage clothing resellers charge $30 to $150 per restored shirt using exactly this method. Number 41. The cut flower preserver. Drop 1 crushed aspirin in your vase water along with each fresh bouquet. The salicylic acid blocks the plant's ethylene release, which is the hormone that triggers wilting and death after cutting. Florists and event designers include this in their care instructions. Number 40. The houseplant fertilizer booster. Dissolve 1 aspirin in 1 gallon of water. Used to water houseplants monthly. The trace salicylic acid triggers systemic acquired resistance, boosting the plant's immune system. Plant consultants and houseplant subscription services use this in their client care routines. Number 39. The tomato plant immune system booster. Spray a solution of 1 aspirin in 1 gallon of water on tomato foliage every 10 to 14 days. The United States Department of Agriculture documented that salicylic acid reduced phytoplasma pathogen infection in tomatoes from 94% to 47%. Garden coaches charge premium for clients who want disease-resistant heirloom tomatoes. Number 38. The pepper plant disease preventer. The same diluted spray works on peppers, eggplants, and other nightshade family plants. Greenhouse and market garden operators use this as preventive maintenance throughout the growing season. Number 37. The cucumber and squash blight protection spray. Spray vining cucurbits weekly with the standard aspirin solution. Powdery mildew and downy mildew are dramatically reduced when plants are pre-treated with salicylic acid before symptoms appear. Number 36. The rose bush black spot prevention. Spray rose foliage every 2 weeks during the growing season with 1 aspirin per gallon of water. Black spot is a fungal disease, and the SAR response triggered by salicylic acid makes rose leaves more resistant. Rose garden consultants charge 50 to 150 per hour for seasonal disease management programs. Number 35, the Seed Germination Accelerator. Soak seeds in a solution of half an aspirin in 1 quart of water overnight before planting. The salicylic acid triggers earlier and more uniform germination. Heirloom seed sellers include this trick in their planting instructions. Number 34, the Hydrangea pH Balance Treatment. Use diluted aspirin solution on hydrangea bushes to balance soil acidity affecting bloom color. Garden consultants use this method as a gentler alternative to harsh soil amendments. Number 33, the Mosquito Bite Anti-Itch Paste. Crush 1 aspirin tablet, mix with a few drops of water to make a paste, apply directly to the bite. The salicylic acid reduces inflammation locally and blocks histamine response. Outdoor guides and camping suppliers use this exact trick when they run out of commercial bite cream. Number 32, the Bee Sting and Wasp Sting Relief. Apply the same wet aspirin paste directly to the sting after removing the stinger. The acid neutralizes some of the venom proteins and reduces swelling significantly. Beekeepers and outdoor instructors carry crushed aspirin specifically for this purpose. Number 31, the Callus and Corn Softener. Crush 5 aspirin tablets. Mix with half a teaspoon of lemon juice and water to make a paste. Apply to calluses overnight. This is exactly the same chemistry used in over-the-counter callus removers, which sell crushed salicylic acid in tube form for $10 to $20 per ounce. Number 30, the Plantar Wart Treatment. Apply aspirin paste under a bandage to plantar warts overnight. Repeat for several weeks. This is the same beta-hydroxy acid mechanism that drugstore wart removers use, with the United States Food and Drug Administration recognizing salicylic acid as the standard wart treatment compound. Number 29, the Acne Spot Treatment. Crush 1 aspirin, mix with a drop of water, apply directly to active acne pimples overnight. Salicylic acid is one of 2 ingredients clinically proven for acne treatment by the United States dermatology community. It works by dissolving the keratin plug in pores and reducing local inflammation. Number 28, the Blackhead Extraction Soak. Make a thick paste of 3 crushed aspirin and water. Apply to nose and chin. Let sit 15 minutes before rinsing. The BHA penetrates oil-clogged pores and dissolves the keratin and sebum plugs that cause blackheads. Number 27, the Pore Cleansing Face Mask. Mix 4 crushed aspirin with a tablespoon of honey. Apply to clean face. Leave 15 minutes. The salicylic acid exfoliates while the honey moisturizes. Spa facials charge $50 to $150 for treatments using this exact combination. Number 26, the Heel and Elbow Rough Skin Smoother. Mix crushed aspirin with body lotion. Apply to rough patches before bed. Cover with cotton socks or sleeves. The beta-hydroxy acid breaks down keratin buildup overnight. Pedicure services use this as their secret weapon for severely cracked heels. Number 25, the Razor Bump and Ingrown Hair Relief. Apply aspirin paste to razor bumps and ingrown hair areas for 15 minutes daily. The acid dissolves the keratin trapping the hair beneath the skin surface, releasing it naturally. Number 24, the Athlete's Foot Drying Powder. Crush 5 aspirin tablets into fine powder. Dust onto clean feet and into shoes. The salicylic acid creates an environment inhospitable to dermatophyte fungi while drying excess moisture between toes. Number 23, the Dandruff Scalp Treatment. Crush 2 aspirin and mix into your normal shampoo for each wash. This is the exact mechanism behind commercial salicylic acid dandruff shampoos, which sell for $10 to $30 per bottle. Number 22, the Hair Color Stain Remover from Skin. Apply crushed aspirin paste to hair dye stains on the hairline or face. Scrub gently. Rinse. The acid breaks down the dye compounds that bond to skin during home coloring. Salons use this trick to clean clients before they leave the chair. Quick question before we keep going. Drop a comment with what your own grandmother used aspirin for besides headaches. Real medicine cabinet wisdom. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the moment. The next hacks include the surprising uses that turned a $1 bottle into a small business opportunity. Number 21. The chlorinated pool green tint remover from hair. Dissolve 4 crushed aspirin in a cup of warm water. Apply to wet hair after swimming. Leave 15 minutes. Rinse. The salicylic acid neutralizes the copper and chlorine compounds that turn blonde hair greenish. Pool maintenance services include this in their summer member care information. Number 20. The greasy hair clarifying treatment. Mix 4 crushed aspirin into your regular shampoo for a once-weekly clarifying wash. The BHA dissolves sebum and product buildup that regular shampoo leaves behind. Salon clarifying treatments charge $30 to $75 for exactly this. Number 19. The burn scar lightening treatment. With medical clearance, apply diluted aspirin paste to healed burn scars over several months. The BHA promotes gentle cell turnover. Always work with a dermatologist for serious scarring. Number 18. The insect bite scar fading paste. Older mosquito and chigger bite scars fade with weekly aspirin paste application over 6 to 8 weeks. The exfoliation slowly lifts pigmented skin layers. Skincare specialists charge premium for skin tone correction treatments. Number 17. The brown sunspot lightener. Apply aspirin paste to age spots on hands and face 2 to 3 times per week before bed. The BHA gently exfoliates the pigmented surface layer. Dermatology offices use professional concentrations of this exact compound. Number 16. The cracked heel softener. Soak feet in warm water with 5 dissolved aspirin tablets for 20 minutes. Follow with a pumice scrub. The salicylic acid softens the thick callus tissue significantly. Podiatry offices use this method as the first step of diabetic foot care. Number 15. The toothache temporary relief. Apply a wet aspirin paste directly to the gum near the painful tooth for short-term relief. Important note: never swallow aspirin held against the gum, as the local acid burn can damage tissue. This is only temporary relief while waiting to see a dentist. Number 14. The cold sore drying treatment. Apply a wet aspirin paste to early-stage cold sores at the first tingle. The acid dries out the lesion and reduces inflammation. Many cold sore sufferers use this as their go-to home treatment before commercial creams. Number 13. The hangnail and cuticle relief. Apply a tiny aspirin paste dot to an inflamed hangnail or split cuticle. The local anti-inflammatory effect reduces pain and redness, while the acid prevents bacterial growth at the open skin. Number 12. The whitening toothpaste alternative. Crush half an aspirin and mix with regular toothpaste once a week for surface stain removal. The mild acid dissolves surface staining from coffee, tea, and red wine. Dental hygienists do not recommend this as a daily treatment, but the chemistry is the same as some whitening products. Number 11. The tarnished silver jewelry restorer. Drop a tarnished silver chain into a cup of warm water with 3 dissolved aspirin tablets. Let sit 2 hours. The acid lifts oxidation from silver without harsh chemicals. Antique restoration services use this as their gentle silver cleaning method. Number 10. The coffee mug stain remover. Dissolve 3 aspirin in hot water inside a stained mug. Let soak overnight. The salicylic acid dissolves tannin staining gently. Diner workers and restaurant kitchen staff use this to restore vintage ceramic mugs. Number 9. The windshield ice spot dicer. Dissolve 6 aspirin in a small spray bottle of warm water. Spray onto small icy spots on the windshield. The acid lowers the local freezing point slightly. This is an emergency trick only, not a substitute for proper windshield washer fluid. Number 8. The dead car battery emergency booster. Drop 1 or 2 aspirin tablets into each cell of a weak car battery in an emergency. The salicylic acid reacts with the sulfuric acid inside the battery, providing a small temporary charge boost to start the engine. This is a one-time emergency trick that may shorten the battery's overall life. Use only when you absolutely need to start the car. Number 7. The permanent marker remover from skin. Apply aspirin paste to permanent marker on hands or arms. Rub gently. Rinse. The acid dissolves the dye compounds that bond to the top skin layer. Tattoo artists use this for accidental marker mishaps. Number 6. The hard water spot remover from glass shower doors. Make a paste of crushed aspirin and a few drops of vinegar. Scrub onto water-spotted glass. The combination of acids dissolves the mineral deposits. Bathroom cleaning services charge premium for shower door restoration. Number 5. The soap scum dissolver. Spray a solution of dissolved aspirin in water onto soap. Scum on tile and tub surfaces. Let sit 10 minutes. Scrub. The acid breaks down the calcium soap residue that builds up on bath surfaces. Number 4. The adhesive and sticker residue remover. Apply aspirin paste to leftover sticker glue. Rub gently after 5 minutes. The acid breaks down the adhesive bonds without damaging the underlying paint or surface. Number 3. The hair growth scalp treatment. Massage a solution of 2 crushed aspirin in warm water into the scalp twice weekly before shampooing. The local anti-inflammatory effect and gentle exfoliation may improve scalp health and reduce follicle inflammation. Hair specialists charge $50 to $200 per session for the salon version of this treatment. Number 2. The anti-aging skincare base ingredient. Many high-end anti-aging serums contain salicylic acid as their active exfoliating ingredient at concentrations between 0.5% and 2%. The same compound that makes premium skincare effective is in the white bottle on Grandma's shelf. Dermatologists confirm the chemistry is identical. And here we are at number 1. The use that artisan skincare entrepreneurs have built into thriving small-batch businesses, clearing $3,000 to $15,000 per month. Number 1. The artisan skincare formulation business. Crushed aspirin or salicylic acid is the active ingredient base for an entire category of artisan skincare products that retirees are quietly building into cottage food law businesses. Handmade acne treatment bars, exfoliating face scrubs, BHA toners, callus softening creams, dandruff shampoo bars, and anti-aging serums all use the same fundamental chemistry that Grandma figured out a century ago. Artisan skincare entrepreneurs sell these products through Etsy, farmers markets, and direct subscription, charging $15 to $50 per piece with 70% gross margins. A retired woman with a kitchen, an interest in chemistry, and the patience to navigate FDA cosmetic labeling rules clears $3,000 to $15,000 per month with an established small product line. Licensing requirements vary. Cosmetic products are regulated under FDA cosmetic guidelines, which require proper ingredient labeling and good manufacturing practices, but do not require pre-market approval for most over-the-counter beauty products. The customer base values handmade authenticity, transparent ingredients, and the connection to traditional knowledge that big skincare brands cannot replicate. Grandma would have called this finally getting paid for what she knew about her medicine cabinet. The modern artisan beauty market calls it the most undervalued cottage industry opportunity for women with kitchen chemistry experience. Here is what makes this whole list remarkable. One white bottle of generic aspirin tablets contains the same active ingredient as 40 different commercial products sold in different aisles for 10 times the price. The chemistry never changed. Acetylsalicylic acid still converts to salicylic acid. Salicylic acid still exfoliates, still reduces inflammation, still triggers plant immune responses, still dissolves keratin and sebum. The marketing departments just convinced you that you needed 40 different products. A reminder before we close. Aspirin should never be swallowed by anyone under 19. Anyone on blood thinners, with stomach ulcers, kidney disease, or who is pregnant must consult a doctor. External use is generally safer, but always patch test on a small area first. Open wounds, eyes, mucous membranes, and large skin areas require medical guidance. If you found even 3 of these hacks useful, share this video with someone who has a medicine cabinet full of products they paid too much for. Drop a comment telling me what your own grandmother used aspirin for that nobody talks about anymore. The best stories become future videos. Hit subscribe because next week we are going to the cornstarch on the baking shelf, the one your grandmother used for everything from gravy to diaper rash. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.